Hello, everyone. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start going through this discussion on search engine optimization now, because I know that there's going to be a ton of questions, and I want to make sure that everybody leaves here with something that they may have heard or have thought was true that they're not sure about, and at least they can get an answer from a pretty credible source. Search engine optimization is something that I've been doing now for about 8 years. When I started it, it was like, why would you optimize for Google? They're nobody. Back then, it was Excite and Lycos and all those kind of players. And the reason why I love this, actually interacting with an audience like yourselves, is because search is full of a lot of people that claim they really know what's going on, and they lead a lot of you down paths that were totally wrong. And then you come along and you meet someone that might know what they're talking about and say, well, that's not what I was told 3 or 4 months ago. So this presentation is geared to you firing questions at me. I've been doing this long enough to where I'm usually pretty comfortable answering about 80 to 90% of your questions on the fly. Any ones that I can't answer, I will try to when I get back home and do a little research, see if I can get you a real answer. So by all means, when something comes up that you have a question about, please raise your hand, and we will get that. We'll try to get that question answered if we can. The only thing that I ask is that when I answer one of your inquiries, that you kind of take it at face value. This isn't an opportunity for us to have a total back and forth. If you want to talk about it a little bit later, that's fine. But just to make sure that everyone here can get some of their questions answered, I'd prefer it if you posed a question, I'll give back my thoughts on it, and then we can move on to others. First, if you're sitting in the proximity of or sitting on one of the yellow cards, could you number down the right-hand side, 1 through 8 for me, please? They're kind of scattered throughout. All right. And how do I sound out there? I'm assuming I'm okay? Great. That's the right-hand side. Doesn't matter which one you want. I think the biggest farce about search, and it's what I hate the most about being involved in this industry, is the SEO myth, which is every site ranks well for something, and people will tout that as a great ranking. I once had someone tell me they didn't need my services because they already ranked #1 for the word New York. I said, wow, that's tough. I've been involved in this space for a while, and New York is a tough one. I typed it in. I didn't find them. I said, well, where are you guys? Oh, well, if you type in New York as one word, we're #1. We're your domains, newyork.com. Like, what did you think was going to happen? It's really not that hard. So, it's things like that that I've come across in the 8 years that I've been involved in search, where it has prompted me to make sure that, to the best of my ability, I can educate folks that are, trying to figure this whole thing out. It's a lot to learn. And educate you guys so that you walk out of this room saying that you learned something, picked something up, or even better, you can keep your SEO, team, a little more accountable. Because a lot of times you don't know whether or not these things are really as hard as they say or not. So that's what we're going to go through today. And like I said, as things come up, please raise your hand and we'll get to you. So we're going to talk about time wasters. There are things that I'm still asked about today that I'm like, I haven't done in 4 or 5 years, which just goes to show that with all the information out there, people still are trying to figure out this whole search thing. One of the most important things is developing a search architecture. I'll get into what that means. Selecting keywords, to me, is hands down the area where most people are weakest, so I wanted to also touch that. Linking, and why you should use Firefox when you work on linking, I will show that as well. And I'm going to give you all live examples. Theory is kind of a waste at this point. Let's really get down to brass tacks so I can show you some of these tools. And, the whole, do I want to do this myself or do I want to outsource? I will give my best attempt at giving an unbiased view on that. And, these rules change a lot. And what I've always done this is my 3rd time I've been here at the Affiliate Summit speaking about search. And if you just bring your business card and put it anywhere up here, I will send you every bookmark that I've aggregated for the last 5 years about search. I am here to educate you so that you can use or have at your disposal the same tools that I use every day. They're free. Almost every tool that we use is free. So a lot of what's out there on search, it's a myth. When someone says they've developed a proprietary tool, they haven't, okay? There's only one way to rank well in search engine, and it's to stay on top of the industry like a madman.